Deck building is one of the most important skills in the Pokemon trading card game. When looking at the available card pool, players must determine which 60 cards they believe to be the best, and then simply purchase those cards online to build their deck or go to their local card shop. But what if you didn't have the ability to buy any card you wanted to add to your deck? What if you could only play with the cards that you, yourself, actually pulled from a booster pack? In this series, myself, Pokemon TCG commentator Chip Ritchie, and my friend, world-class competitor Azul GG, will limit ourselves to splitting the packs from one single Pokemon TCG booster box. With the cards from those 18 packs, we will do our very best to construct a playable deck and then battle in a best-of-3 match. Then, each following episode, we will open up a new booster box, going in release order, to try our best to upgrade or change our decks. The loser of each episode will get a small consolation prize of a booster bundle to open up for the next episode to give them a better shot to improve their deck for next time. Now get ready to enjoy the Pokemon Evolution series. Last time when we opened up Paldean Fates, Azul was finally able to piece together a Gardevoir EX deck supported by Revavroom. This would prove to be too much for my Ninetales Charizard deck to handle, and Azul pushed his advantage in this series by setting the score at 4-2.
I'm going to concede.
In this episode, we will be opening up a booster box of Temporal Forces. This set includes more powerful Ancient and Future cards such as Iron Leaves EX, Gouging Fire EX, Iron Crown EX, and, of course, Raging Bolt EX. This set also introduces Ace Specs to the series for the very first time. These cards are so powerful that you are only able to have one Ace Spec in your entire deck. Master Ball, Maximum Belt, and Hero's Cape are all great, but we both are definitely keeping our eye out for the most powerful Ace Spec of all, Prime Catcher. As an added bonus for this episode, the winner will receive a single prize pack Series 5 to award them for their efforts. These 6-card mini packs are only able to be received by participating in local Pokemon leagues and tournaments, and they are packed full of amazing trainer cards. Every card in these packs is stamped with the Play Pokemon logo. There is also a very small chance to open an Ace Spec or EX card from these packs. There is more on the line in this episode than ever before, but first, I get myself one more chance with Paldean Fates.
So unfortunately, I'm on a bit of a losing run here. I've lost 3 in a row now, and Azul is leading the series 4-2 overall. Definitely a little bit of a bummer, but got another nice opportunity here at Paldean Fates, and this set, Temporal Forces, is massive. This is going to introduce the Ace Specs, really just hoping to pull a Prime Catcher like more than anything. And there's some pretty solid Pokemon options in this set too. There's like Gouging Fire EX, that could work well with the Fire basis deck that I have already. There's some decent supporters in here. Explorer's Guidance could be okay potentially. My consistency engine of my deck is like just really, really good. I think I'm just lacking in the Pokemon a little bit. I could also change up my strategy with what Pokemon I'm playing in my deck. I've just got to figure out some way to deal with the fact that Azul can pretty much consistently gust my support Pokemon. I'm gonna have to just figure something else around that. So let's just get into our pity packs first, Paldean Fates, and see what we can get. So I've really gotten most of what this set has to offer. I think the biggest pulls for me here out of 6 packs would be the Secret Rare Shiny Charizard EX, which apparently Azul pulled. So he has 2 Charizard EX and chose to play Gardevoir. That seems crazy to me. Or a Shiny Pidgeot EX. I think getting Pidgeot here would be good. I could also get Gardevoir EX, so that could give me more options there. I do have 1 Gardevoir EX. And then I think Electric Generator would be the only other thing I could possibly want to pull here, because I've got 2 Electric Generator. I've got obviously a solid basis for a Lightning deck. I think I could also get the Miraidon in this set. I don't remember if the green Miraidon Secret Rare is in this set or not, but here we go. This is Paldean Fates, pity packs. Let's see how they do to me. Nothing great here, and wow, okay, 2 more research. I have 4 already, so that's useless. Not a useful pack at all. I already have 4 Ralts as well. Another Gengar, another Nest Ball, which I already have 4 of, and oh, we've got a Noivern EX. Okay, so I do have several Noibats, so I could play this card. I don't know how good it would be though. Covert Flight, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. Azul's deck has plenty of non-basic attackers, so I really don't think Noivern is gonna be great for me. I think Generator is just the main thing here, or Pidgeot EX. Let's see it. One of those cards, please. Rare Candy, okay, that's pretty good actually. That gives me a 3rd Rare Candy. I won't complain about that. I've got something here. It's a Tinkatuff, okay. It would have been actually decent if this was a Tinkaton, because I do have one of the Tinkaton with the energy, I don't remember what that ability is, that lets you discard a card, draw 3 cards. So Tinkatuff, not super helpful, but rare candy, that is something I will take for sure. 3 rare candy in my deck now if I want them. I could even play less TM Evo, I could play less Charmeleon. That is something I could play and be more aggressive with my rare candies. Got another Nimona, another rare candy. Okay, so now I've got the option for 4 rare candy at any point in the series. Nothing else amazing in this pack, but yeah, 4 rare candy now, something I've got the option for, pretty good. Got a Natu, a Paldean Student, got plenty of those. There it is, Electric Generator, nice, I've got that option. Charcadet and Annihilate. That's actually my 4th Annihilate. I did kind of look at this guy as making just like a basic fighting deck, but now I've got a 4/4/4 Annihilate if I ever wanted to do that. But yes, the Electric Generator is the massive hit here. I think this set, I will likely pivot back to a Lightning deck. We'll see what I get out of my Temporal Forces packs, of course, but I think some sort of turbo deck could just be a really good option for me. And here we go, last shot, Pidgeotto X. Come on, one time, Pidgeotto X, let's see it. Paldean Student, Gengar, a 3rd Gengar. We've got Oinkologne, I've got Artisan, and a Hoppip. Okay, 3rd Revavroom. So I can play 3/3 Revavroom. I actually do have a Revavroom EX as well that I pulled in Obsidian Flames, maybe? Is that what set that card is in? I could play a Metal deck in theory, but there's no good energy acceleration for Metal. Don't think I'm gonna go that route. A bummer that my shiny Pokemon is something that I can't really use, the Hoppip, but the Generator is good enough. We'll take the Generator, but here we are. The main event of this episode, we got the Walking Wake on the box, we got the Walking Wake on the playmat. Hopefully that's all the Walking Wakes we see. I don't think I want to pull Walking Wake out of this box. For basically the entirety of this series, I have been going with the right side of the booster box. I think I'm gonna stick in that trend. It's not been too bad to me yet. Hopefully in these 18 packs, there's a Prime Catcher waiting for me. That's what I'm hoping for. Another thing that could be interesting would be like an Iron Crown EX. I could pivot to a Psychic deck. I have a 4/3 Xatu line, so going with an Iron Crown, like really fast aggro attacking deck, that could be an option for sure. We've got a Beldum, there's the Metang in this set, so I guess there is an option for a Metal deck. Get Rabombi, Delcatty, we got something. Ooh, I mentioned it, and right away. Hey, there we go, Iron Crown EX. I actually could have a decent Psychic deck here now with the Gardevoir potentially if I wanted, but also with the Zatus, with the Iron Valiant that I pulled last time. This could boost the damage from it. I actually kind of like this, and I could be really aggressive with Twin Shottles here if I get a bunch of my Zatu's in play turn 2. I actually think this is a really good pull. That's really, really, really strong. Okay, I think I'm kind of leaning towards some sort of Psychic deck as of now. I know I've got the Charizard stuff, which is pretty decent, but there's a lot of good potential there. We got a Miraidon, okay, hold up. That could be a good future, okay, hold on. I could have the makings of a pretty decent future deck here. This is looking nice. Okay, I'm excited now. Just 2 packs in, I'm really just hoping for a Prime Catcher. Another Iron Crown EX wouldn't be too bad, I guess, but yeah, let's get a Prime Catcher. Come on, Prime Catcher, please. Future Booster Energy Capsule we'll take. Rescue Board is not bad. Hey, this is how I can get my Revavroom out of the active spot. We finally have an option to get our support Pokemon out of the active spot. Okay, that is amazing. Another Future Booster Energy Capsule, and a Feraligatr. This card's actually kind of interesting. I would need to get a lot of Feraligatr to use it, but it could do a lot of damage and is really strong as a 1-prize attacker. So you can get to 280 for 2 energy on this single prize Pokemon. Really, really solid. We also do see the Chinchino in here with the special roll. This is a card that's been really good in Standard with Lugia, but I don't think I have enough special energy to really make use of that. All right, just hoping for a Prime Catcher. I'm gonna keep saying it because that's what we're keeping hoping for. Hey, Rabsca. Okay, hold on. The Rabsca is how I could protect my bench. Okay, this is not too bad. Spherical Shield. Prevent all damage from and effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to your benched Pokemon. That is great. I'm sure I have a Relar from an earlier set, I would assume at least, because it's a new generation Pokemon, so it's probably been printed a few times. That's something I can play in my deck, and I can get it in play right away with TM Evolution. I could see Rabsca actually being well worth playing. Explorer's Guidance is a good supporter option. Do have an Iron Hands for another future attacker here, another basic lightning attacker as well. Could do decently with 2-hit KO onto an EX Pokemon, but it doesn't seem amazing. I suppose like a Reboot Pod or something like that would also be acceptable to pull, a way to just get some more energies back into play. But yeah, it's all about getting Prime Catcher. That's obviously the strongest Ace Spec here if we can get it. The Dunsparce is interesting, and the Roaring Moon. This is obviously a card that's done pretty decently in Standard, but I think it would be pretty difficult to make a full Ancient deck work with the limited format we have here. The Dunsparce though, this could be a support option that doesn't get stuck. That's actually pretty good. I can use this to draw cards on my turn, and it won't get stuck in the active spot because I can always run away, draw, and shuffle it back into the deck. That is now my most wanted pull, is another Dunsparce. Most wanted pull behind Prime Catcher. We're really hoping for the Prime here. I've only gotten one EX so far, so hopefully we get another one soon. Morty's Conviction's an okay supporter. Bianca's Devotion could heal, and I've got something in here. The Gouging Fire EX. Okay, this is good. This is options for the future. Well, I guess for the Ancient. Some options for a potential fire deck. Of course, I've got the Charizard, which is already solid enough, and a Dunsparce with the free retreat. Okay, we'll take it. Let's keep going through here. Another Dunsparce. Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. Okay, Morty's Convention. Another Dunsparce, nice. And we do get an art rare dealing. That's pretty cool, but yeah, this is a combo right here. There we go. Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking to draw specific cards, the Dunsparce to draw into them. Also, Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking could work well with the Xatu that I mentioned I have already. I could see myself playing that. I do have 4 Research and 4 Iono, so it may be difficult to want to play any supporters outside of the 4 Research and 4 Iono, but it's options. Salvatore, Great Tusk, and the Fluttermane. Okay, Fluttermane is decent as long as it's in the active spot. Your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities except for Midnight Fluttering, and then the Hex Hurl, solid attack option, 90 damage and 2 damage onto my opponent's bench Pokemon. Also, the Salvatore is like an okay supporter in order to get evolutions into play quickly, but it can't evolve into Pokemon that have abilities, so that's a little bit of a limiting factor. We do see the Great Tusk, the Land Collapse. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck, but if you played an Ancient Supporter card from your hand during this turn, discard 3 more cards. So a little bit of a surprise mill option, potentially. Don't think we're gonna be playing the Great Tusk, though. I do have 1 Sada. I did pull the Explorer's Guidance here so far. Don't think we're gonna see the Mill Dreams come to life. We see another Great Tusk, Salvatore. We got the Bronzong with the Evolution Jammer. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any Pokemon from their hand to evolve their Pokemon. Hold on. That could be really good, actually. That could really slow down Azul a lot. If we got multiple of them, we could use that to slow Azul down while we built up our board. And it does work if we're going with a Psychic deck this time. Screamtail, not the good one. Heavy Baton, not useful. And Iron Valiant, okay. Hey, a 1 prize attacker I could use. If you played a future supporter card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 100 more damage. So it would combo with the Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. I could see it. Maybe if I had another Cypher Maniac, I would use this card. Still feel like we're due a good pull here. We haven't seen a single Ace Spec, so getting some sort of Ace Spec here would be really nice. Prime Catcher. Prime Catcher. Type Prime Catcher in the chat right now to give me the good luck. I've got something here. Oh my gosh, I see what it is. But there's an Iron Valiant. Could play that as a single prize attacker, but the card I pulled here is not good. Wugtrio EX. Discard up to 3 energy cards from your hand. It does 60 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each energy card you discarded in this way. I guess that could be okay, honestly. There's no bench protection unless Azul gets a Rabsca as well. The Iron Valiant is actually an interesting pull because it can be a decent 1 prize attacker, and it can also set up damage with the Gemini Laser. I actually may play this. I don't hate that at all. Another Iron Valiant, Metagross, Reuniclus, hey, and an Iron Leaves EX. This is a good response if Azul is ever using his Charizard EXs. This is a way I could take a knockout on a Charizard EX in 1 turn. Just a couple Grass Energy in play would make it work. I've got the makings of something solid here, I think. I think I'm gonna have a definite pivot here in this episode. It's gonna be a little bit different than anything I've played thus far. See Turtwig, Mist Energy, Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, that's pretty good. It does combo with that Iron Valiant. If I play 2 Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, I've got a decent shot for this Iron Valiant to be hitting for 200 turn after turn. That's decent. 2 packs left. 2 more shots at a Prime Catcher. We got nothing here. It looks like, oh, never mind. We got an Incineroar EX Full Art. Probably not gonna be playing this guy. Would be able to use it for probably pretty cheap. I guess it could work in a fire deck. Playing alongside my Charizard EX potentially. Effectively 260 every single turn. And it might be kind of hard in this format for Azul to play around how many Pokemon he has in play. That's actually, Incineroar is something to consider, honestly. Incineroar is something to consider for sure. Final pack. 1 more chance for the Prime Catcher, for an Ace Spec at all. I have not seen an Ace Spec period, so it would feel pretty bad to go through a whole half of a box and not get a single Ace Spec. Let's see if we can make it happen. Beheum. Ancient Booster Energy Capsules, not too bad. Rapidash. Pineco. I think this is where the Ace Spec would be if there was one. It's an Excadrill, and last card is a Relicanth. I guess Memory Dive is like something that's cool to remember that it exists. Maybe I have an option to use it. Okay, we've got some stuff here. We've got some stuff. I think I'm probably pivoting to a Psychic deck most likely here with the option of some future things, right? The Miraidon seems pretty decent for Energy Excel. I'm not too upset about this. I'm not too upset about this at all. Would have liked to have gotten an Ace Spec of some sort, Reboot Pod or Prime Catcher, obviously. Even Master Ball, I guess I would have taken. Don't have access to any Ace Specs as of now. Might have to be on to the next set for me. I'm liking this though. We'll see what Azul pulls from his packs.
All right, I once again did win the last one. So let's see what Chip left me with here and what I'll be able to do with it. Hoping for a big Ace Spec hit. Prime Catcher obviously is the best all-around one, but with some of the other stuff that I have, I wouldn't hate Hero's Cape, to be honest. So I would settle, I just want at least an Ace, well, I don't know, the drum's probably not. Okay. Iron Leaves EX off the rip. I'm not mad about that. That's a good, solid option for a potential grass deck in the future. Morty's Conviction, also probably the best neutral draw supporter in this set. And then even the Bianca's Devotion could be a cool tech card. Heal all damage from one of your Pokemon that has 30 HP or less remaining. Solid first pack. No complaints yet. But yeah, Ace Specs will be the big hits, of course. There will be more Ace Specs from future sets, but it would kind of suck to be behind an Ace Spec if Chip did get one. Of course, I have no clue if he actually got an Ace Spec or not yet. Eerie, this is also another card. I was gonna talk about a little bit about what I was hoping to hit. I was hoping to hit an Eerie, the potential of going down a little bit more of a control route, but honestly, just Eerie in general seems pretty powerful in this format. So yeah, the Eerie is a great hit. I'm definitely gonna be including that probably in like any deck that I'll put it in a Gardevoir deck, I'll put it in a Charizard deck. Yeah, I'll put that in anything, to be honest. The Eerie seems really, really good. And Salvatore Rescue Board is also pretty good. Pivot card. Ooh. Chip maybe finally has a pivot card to work with. But yeah, the big hits from this set are just gonna be the Ace Specs. Something like a Gouging Fire EX would be a nice have. The Iron Leaves is a nice have as well. There was also another card that I thought was like gonna be pretty decent, but I kind of forgot what it was. Seems pretty bad. Okay, Roaring Moon. I mean, I'm probably not gonna be able to do much with that. You have to be able to like make like a full Ancient deck. I don't think that's happening. Too many pieces, you need too many things. I mean, like multiple Roaring Moon. I mean, I guess if I pull like 3 Roaring Moon here, maybe I could put it together eventually, but sounds like a lot. Oh, another rescue board, okay. I don't mind a couple of those, and Iron Boulder EX, not particularly powerful, but it's not terrible, to be honest. And maybe eventually be able to build like some kind of future deck would be a possibility. Let's see, Sandy Shock's not terrible for a potential Ancient deck as well. Fraligator, I don't think I'm making a Fraligator deck. Honestly, yeah, the Sandy Shocks is okay. I guess it doesn't have to be an Ancient deck that you play today. It could be some kind of fighting deck as well. Just kind of a solid one prize attacker. But yeah, I am hyped about that Eerie. I think Eerie could be really, really good. Mist Energy's not a bad double mist, okay. And also, oh, Cypher Maniacs might be the best. Well, not like neutral draw supporter, but Cypher Maniac is actually pretty good. I could even play this in Gardevoir to combo with my Rever Rooms. The Mist Energy will be nice as well. Nice option for the future. I don't know what I'd ever play them in, but having them is better than not. So it's a good thing to have. Ooh, is this the Matang set? Oh, there we go. Miraidon. If I'm ever gonna put together a future deck, I need many of these. I only have one so far, but there's like a possibility. I'm probably far away. I'm probably getting too excited about the future and Ancient stuff, to be honest, because the chance that I actually am ever able to put together an Ancient or a future deck is like pretty impossible. Like, I like the idea of it, but it's probably not happening. Capsules, oh, hold on. I just don't have any Sadas though. I have no Sadas. I can't do anything with these cards without Sada. I have one Sada, I think. I have one Sada. I'm never gonna probably be able to put together any Ancient or future. All right, can we please get an Ace Spec? Please, 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 please. Ace Spec one time. Great Tusk, Land Collapse Mill. This Torterra EX. This is another EX that I think could be pretty good. I would need a lot of Turtwigs, Grottles, and Torterras though. I don't even know if I got any of those so far. Relor. Oh wait, is the Rabsca in this set? A Rabsca would be insanely good to protect the bench. Yes, please give me a Rabsca. There's a Turtwig. Explorer's Guidance. Hey, a Koraidon. Maybe I can make an Ancient deck eventually. 2 Koraidon, 1 Roaring Moon. Only 1 Sada though. In the 2, I have a couple Explorer's Guidance now. Was it 2 of them? I think. No Ace Spec. Uh-oh. Got a Matang. A metal deck? That could be really, really cool. Oh man, I got 4 packs left. Please give me an Ace Spec one time. Man, I have so many Ancient Booster Capsules. I definitely have 4 Ancient Booster Capsules at this point. The lack of Sada is actually the only thing holding me back right now. Oh no, no Ace Spec. Second Moon, dude, I can't do it though. I don't have enough Sadas. That's so funny though. I can almost build an Ancient deck. Close. I guess I could get like EXP shares involved. No, there's no way it's enough though. There's an Ace Spec. All I wanted is 1, but it needs to be a decent one. Buddy Poffin is huge as well. I forgot about Buddy Poffin in this set. We got a Grottle. Hero's Cape? Okay, I'm not mad. Dude, third moon. I just don't. Dude, I don't have enough Ancient cards. Otherwise, dude, all right. I forgot about Buddy Poffin. A Buddy Poffin and a Hero's Cape. Hey, I'm cool with that. I might not get the Prime Catcher, but it is what it is. It is what it is. If we don't end up with the Prime, that is not the end of the world to me. Oh, another Eerie. Another Buddy. Whoa. 2 paw. Dude, holy. What do I do? What do I play? I could do anything. I could do it all. Dude. Yeah, the lack of nest balls between mine and Chip's deck was definitely huge. Double Buddy Poffin though, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good with those. Now I'm like getting super excited. All right, last pack. These last couple have been insane. Let's see if we can end on a banger. There's something there. Is it a second Iron Leaves? Oh, it's Iron Crown. EX. It would be a big part of a future deck. I just don't think I have enough stuff for a future deck. Honestly, I forgot about Matang in here as well. A metal deck would have been cool too. Only one Matang though. It's not enough. Would definitely need some more. So not quite enough to fully put together a metal deck. I mean, a Matang would be a start for sure. Double Buddy Poffin plus Hero's Cape though. I'm not mad at all about that. And double Eerie. I can like go for some like weird control style route now. I don't know. There's like, we got some possibilities here to expand. I kind of want to do like a Charizard control deck. That might be my next. I was really hoping for a Rabsca. I did not get the Rabsca. I got the Relor. Being able to protect my bench from just kind of sniping in general, specifically obviously the Ninetales from what Chip has been using recently would be nice. Oh well, no Rabsca, just the Relor. Can't protect my bench, but if I just set up well enough with the Buddy Poffins, it won't matter. Let's see what I can do with this. Let's see what I can come up with.
Just wanted to pop in real quick and say thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're enjoying yourself, please consider subscribing. It would really help us out a bunch. And if you want to show a little extra support, you can do so by becoming a channel member down below. And a perk of being a channel member will allow you to get access to these videos a little early, getting you a chance to see them before anyone else. Now back to the video. So here it is. We've pivoted once again. No fire stuff, no lightning stuff, which is what I thought I might do. We're going with a psychic build using Xatu and Natu, and only a few attackers, honestly. It's not that many attackers. I've got the Iron Valiant EX as kind of my big heavy hitter. And really the main basis of this deck, I think, is going to be the Iron Crown EX chasing after Azul's benched Pokemon. And I've got the Hawlucha all the way from Scarlet and Violet base set in here, so I can try to pull off some flying entry plays to pick off Azul's benched Pokemon before they have a chance to evolve. I can also take easy prizes on his active Pokemon with my own Miraidon here, Peak Acceleration, boosting the damage with the combination of Cobalt Command and also one of the 3 Future Booster Energy Capsules I have in my deck. I do also have the Rescue Board in here in addition to the Future Booster Capsule. Can slap it on Xatu to get free retreat, can slap it on the Fluttermane potentially. But yeah, 4-3 Xatu. I think a 4th Xatu, I guess, would have been a pretty strong pull from Paldean Fates. I did kind of forget about that whenever I was opening my packs. But my consistency engine just feels insane in this deck. 4 Research, 4 Iono, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball, and 2 Techno Radar. And one of the reasons I feel good about playing like a low amount of attackers is because I have 2 Super Rod and then all these search cards to get those Pokemon back so I can re-attack with Pokemon multiple times if it comes up. And speaking of getting Pokemon back, I do also have the Tulip in here. Put up to 4 in any combination of Psychic Pokemon and basic Psychic Energy cards from your discard pile into your hand, so I can get some energy cards back to keep drawing with Clairvoyant Sense on Xatu, or get my Pokemon back in order to attack with them. Last second adds were the Fluttermane and the 10th basic Psychic Energy. I am going to play 10. I did have 9, and then minus the Fluttermane plus the 1/1 Relor Rabsca line. I do have the Techno Machine Evolution still, so I can get into those Pokemon relatively easily, but I just am not sure if it's worth the space. I wanted another attacker as kind of a backup. Fluttermane does seem like okay. It's not amazing, but it's decent. It's a 1 prizer that can like knock out low HP Pokemon in the active spot potentially on turn 2. If I go first and get a Xatu in play, stuff like that. I do have the Iron Valiant in here, the single prize Iron Valiant. This is actually kind of an interesting one. It's got the Majestic Sword attack, 100 damage, and then 100 more if I played a future supporter from my hand. So if I can combo that on a turn that I'm playing the Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, and get for 200 damage, plus a Future Booster Energy Capsule, plus Callback Command, I can do 240 to do a lot of damage with a single prize Pokemon, which could be a nice swing as well. Of course, I've got the Tachyon Bits of Iron Valiant to work in, boost some damage, get a swing in with the Laser Blade. There's the deck. Not sure how to feel about it. 6 tools is kind of clunky, kind of a lot, but with all the future Pokemon I have, I think 3 Future Booster Capsules makes sense. I think with the Xatu engine, Technical Machine Evolution makes sense for consistency. Yeah, I'm really kind of feeling solid about this, to be honest. Stadiums I was a little unsure of, but I got the 2 Artisan, the 1 Town Store, just the 1 Boss's Order still. No Ace Spec, unfortunately. I have to imagine Azul has some sort of Ace Spec. It's pretty unlikely that a whole booster box had no Ace Spec at all in it. So I imagine he's got something. He's got a Prime Catcher that is going to be pretty scary, basically, regardless of what he's playing. And one thing I'm a little scared of is if he's playing Charizard. If he pivoted back to Charizard, this could be a little awkward if he ever gets a Charizard EX in play, to be honest. It's going to be hard to deal with that thing. I'm going to have to just like 2-hit KO it with some single prize Pokemon or something like that and hope for the best. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Azul's gone with.
So I've made my way back around to Charizard, and I know it might seem a little bit boring. I'm gonna switch it up probably going to the next one, but I got some pretty big cards. I got the one card that I wanted, and I think it fits pretty well with Charizard. It also would have fit well with Guardy. I actually might go for some kind of a Baxcalibur deck if I get some better water attackers. I'm a little bit light on good water attackers, but I'm going super straightforward, super consistent here. Rocking 2 Cleffa. I added a 1/1 Pelipper here because I don't have any, I'm not playing the Reverie in here, so I wanted like a little bit extra draw power throughout the game, so I went with the Pelipper. I have the Rabsca. This is the card that I wanted. When I was opening my cards, I thought I didn't pull this, but I did. Just taking a look here. Exactly what I wanted, Rabsca, so my bench can be fully protected. Thank you to the Rabsca. I still got my Pidgey line in here. Got a 201 Pidgey IDX line, and I've got the 2 Charizard EX, so we got a 3-2-2 Charizard. Can I get these in here at the bottom, scoot them up a little bit. 3-2-2 Charizard line there. I also pulled 2 Buddy Poffins. It's gonna help in the consistency. I'm really playing heavily for that turn 1 Cleffa, obviously. One of Nest Ball. And now my evolutions are the hardest things to grab here. So I'm still playing the Great Balls, 2 Great Ball, 2 Ultra Ball. I have my 3 Red Candy. Still got my Counter Catcher, the Recovery in the Super Rod for the Pokemon and Energy, a Pal Pad to recover my supporters. I'm playing both Eerie. I'm getting pretty aggressive with the Resource Disruption in this one with the double Eerie. I'm keeping my Clavels because I'm playing really heavily into the Cleffa line. So I'm thinking turn 1, Clavel, get a Pidgey, get a Mander, hopefully get another Mander some other way, get the Cleffa, retreat to Cleffa, use Cleffa, draw cards. Still got my Turo Scenario here in here, 2 Iona for the Disruption, 2 Youngster are still in here as well. Still have my Boss, my Jack, because finding the evolutions is still pretty tough, so I'm still leaning on something like the Jack. I maybe could have cut the Jack, but I ended up with a decent amount of space in this deck because I am only playing the 6 Fire Energy. I'm literally like playing like a standard Charizard Fire Energy count, just the 6, that is it. I still got like the Judge, the Research, still got the Bills Transfer once again, leaning heavily on trying to find my evolution Pokemon, so I'm still playing stuff like the Jack and the Bills Transfer. Still got the Daisy's Help for a little bit of prize checking. I got a lot of tools in here, so we kept the Arvin around because of that. And then for the stadium cards, I've got 2 Artisan and a Town Store. And then for the tool cards, I decided to go with the Rescue Board. We have more outs to get into our Cleffa on that first turn through the Town Store, through the Arvin. I got the TM Evo in here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to play the TM Evo. If I had a Pidgeotto, that'd be sick. I don't have a Pidgeotto though, but I can still give my Charmeleon, and the Rabsca is like the big thing for an aggressive way to protect my bench. TM Devo, and I did get the Ace Spec Hero's Cape, so rocking that, of course. And then I added a Vengeful Punch. I kind of just had like 1 floating space to work with. I could have played the Vitality Band. I was like, I kind of want some damage modification going on here. So I ended up on the Vengeful Punch, which seems okay. It seems all right. Yeah, I'm not blown away by it or anything like that, but I'm excited for this build in our next battle coming up. I'm gonna switch it up off the Charizard. I'm gonna challenge myself a little bit with my deck building skills, and then I'm gonna dip back into the water. Probably gonna ignore the Guardy for a build, but we'll see. I'm definitely gonna try and switch it up into something different on the next one. Got some lightning stuff, some grass stuff, some water stuff. Got a ton of options to choose from for the next one. Also Gardevoir, go back to the Gardevoir. The Hero's Cape is super good with Gardevoir, which is kind of why I wanted to go with the Gardevoir. But yeah, I'll probably get off the Charizard for the next one for sure. Well, we'll see how it goes. If this just like dominates Chip, maybe I'll force Chip to respect my Charizard and come up with something new himself. So we'll see what Chip came up with and get into these battles.
Well, Azul, how did Temporal Forces treat you?
Well, I only really wanted 1 card from Temporal Forces, and I did get my 1 card.
Oh my gosh. Prime Catcher? No way. That's just unfair. Unreasonable. Well, Azul, let's not forget, in this episode, for the first time, we are playing for a prize for the person who wins.
That is true.
The person who wins is going to receive 1 prize pack Series 5. A lot of potential in here, Prime Catcher potential in here. So if, you know, one of us didn't have one, I don't know who that would be. And then they somehow won against the deck that does have Prime Catcher, maybe they could get lucky and pull one.
Maybe you'll have to see, Chip. All right, you ready to get this underway?
Let's do it. Would you like heads or tails?
I'll take heads.
It is heads.
I'll go second.
That makes sense.
I do have a mulligan.
I have one as well, so we're gonna get to see some interesting things.
Mine is less interesting.
I forgot that card was in this set.
All right, well, you didn't get anybody but Poffin.
You still have Youngster. What is Youngster doing?
Well, how would I ever get rid of Youngster from this set edition?
Morty's.
That is not better than Youngster.
Morty's is definitely better than Youngster.
No, if I just go second and you have 2 basics, I what, lose? Like,
you draw 2 cards.
Wow, let's get it. Locked in on the Youngsters. So you made your way to Gardevoir.
Maybe.
That'd be pretty, ooh.
Maybe.
The Natu?
7 cards.
That would actually be pretty hype. Sounds a little bit unhype over there.
If this hand had any basic Pokemon, it would have been insane.
Ooh, the Techno Radar! Well, now I know what it is. I forget the name of the Pokemon.
So I guess I don't know exactly what you're playing still. I didn't see an energy type. Could be the Gardevoir deck. You could have pivoted to Charizard.
Back on the backs?
Back on the back. I doubt that. I think the Gardevoir deck and the Charizard deck are by far your best options.
Well, all I need is some good water attackers and then...
Dude.
Another mulligan? It is the Xatu.
I've been revealed.
It's not Gardevoir, it's the only psychic deck I can think of, unless it was like some kind of future deck. Which honestly,
If you get enough stuff, it could
I
be
wasn't
okay.
that close to future. My ancient options though.
Ooh, somebody got a bunch of Roaring Moons,
I'm just short like 4 Sadas. But honestly,
Sada.
it could be 2. Could there be 2?
I doubt it. Maybe. Actually, I don't know, because there are non-holos and holos of some of those cards. I actually don't know if Sada's even in Prize Pack Series 5 or not. Drawing 7 cards, hoping to find a basic.
Basic found?
I do have a basic.
All right, I will draw the mulligans.
Yeah.
And you're going first.
That is what they say. I am going first, and I will flip over my active.
The Flutter Mane. Just got that spread deck. Okay, okay.
Draw for turn. I will use Artisan, put Artisan in play, and then use it, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon that does not have a rule box and putting it onto my bench. Off the Artisan, I'll grab myself a Natu and put it onto my bench.
Sounds good.
I don't love having to put the Artisan in play for you, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I'll attach an energy for turn to my active Flutter Mane, and then Azul, I will pass to you.
Sounds good, Chip. I will draw for turn. Not bad, not complaining. Play Daisy's Help, draw 2 cards, and then look at my face down prize cards. Some say we're cooking.
Oh boy. Would you like to look at your face down prize cards?
Yes.
Yeah? That's good for me, I guess.
That's just funny.
Okay.
Honestly, this is actually perfect.
Oh, of course. Why not? Why wouldn't it be?
I mean, they're going to be effectively dead cards here in just a second.
All your search options, and you're just gonna buddy poffin and Artisan and call for family and
Something like that.
yeah. Gosh, you got so many cards in here.
Damn, where'd you get those? I will play a Great Ball, looking at the top 7 cards of my deck, taking a Pokemon I find there and adding it to my hand. I'll take Relor.
Makes sense. Still don't really know what you got in your deck, what type you're on, what your attacker is.
I will play another Great Ball, looking at the top 7 cards of my deck,
This might
taking
give
a
me some
Pokemon
information.
I find there and adding it to my hand, and I will take Charizard EX.
Yeah. I was kind of worried this is where we would go. Did you even get excited when you pulled this out of the pack?
Yes, but because it was a Charizard, not because of the artwork or anything.
Yeah, okay.
It is the coolest of the artworks, though, of Charizard.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's like worth over $100, I'm pretty sure, just so you know.
Pathetic.
Oh boy.
I will then activate Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon and putting it onto my bench, and I will grab a Charmander.
Yep.
I'll then bench Relor, bench Charmander, attach active, and I will use Call for Family on my Pidgey, searching my deck for 2 basic Pokemon and putting them onto my bench.
This is just not fair.
And off of the Call for Family, I will grab a Wingull and a Pidgey.
Ooh, you got the goal, okay.
And your turn, Chip.
Draw for turn. I'll start my turn off by using the Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, putting it onto my bench. That does not have a rule box, of course. Nice. You know, when I was doing my deck profile, the one thing I said is, I hope Azul did not pivot to Charizard. That was the one thing I said. Off the Artisan, I'll grab myself a Natu.
I think it's the one thing we both have to assume, and then we go from there. It's like, we have to build our deck to be able to beat Charizard, and whatever else actually happens, happens.
Sure. I'll use Arven to search my deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card and put them in my hand. Off that, I will grab myself a Techno Radar and a Rescue Board. I will then use Techno Radar to discard a card from my hand in order to search my deck for 2 future Pokemon, reveal them and put them in my hand, and I'll discard an Ultra Ball.
2 Iron Valiant, Chip? Miraidon. Even with the Natus, the Miraidon would still be pretty decent.
Yeah, Miraidon's pretty good.
How future we getting here? Send me to the future, Chip.
And off the Techno Radar, I will grab myself an Iron Valiant
Okay.
and an Iron Crown EX.
Ooh, all right, okay. He does hit pretty hard. You do need those energies, though.
I'll put Iron Valiant onto my bench, Technical Machine Evolution to my active Flutter Mane, and then I will use the Evolution to search my deck for 2 Pokemon that evolved from my bench Pokemon and put them on that Pokemon to evolve them.
Sounds good.
I'll get Xatu and Xatu.
Zati and Zati. All right, I will draw for turn.
Yep, I'll discard my TM Evolution.
And then I will teleport myself into the standard format, where I will candy my bench Pidgey and do a Pidgeot, and then use Quick Search, searching my deck for any 1 card and adding it to my hand. I will then candy Charizard,
Yep.
and use the Infernal Rain ability to accelerate 3 fire energy to my Pokemon in play in any way that I like. And I will just go with 2 to the Charizard EX, and then 1 on my Charmander. Next, I will Jack, searching my deck for 2 evolution Pokemon and adding them to my hand, and I will grab a Charmeleon and the Rabsca.
What is happening, man? Your deck's too good. My consistency is better, but your Pokemon are insane. And you have enough consistency to get there.
Do you have any grass mons, Chip?
I may have to make some changes.
I'll then evolve my Charmander to Charmeleon, my Rellor to the Rabsca, retreat my Pidgey into Charizard EX, and then Burning Darkness to KO your Fluttermane. Hey, let me do a prize checkaroo. Cut this, babe, cut it. People need to believe that I remembered all my prize cards. Okay, and that'll end my turn, Chip.
I'll promote Xatu, and I will draw for turn. I'll use Artisan, search my deck for a basic Pokemon that does not have a rule box, put it onto my bench. Grabbing myself a Natu.
The Swarm.
I'll attach Rescue Board to my active Xatu. I'll play Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking to search my deck for 2 cards, put them on top of my deck in any order.
It's a pretty good combo.
Pidgeysard Prime Catcher. I'll place these 2 cards on top of my deck. I'll then retreat my Xatu into Natu, and I will pass.
I was expecting a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie there, Chip. I will draw for turn, and I will use Quick Search. Searching my deck for any one card and adding it to my hand. And before we go back in, I will play Judge.
Honestly, I'm okay with it.
We both shuffle our hands into our deck and draw 4 cards.
4 cards apiece.
That's true. And with that, Chip, I will Burning Darkness to knock out your Natu.
Yep. I'll promote my Xatu and draw for turn. I'll use the Artisan, search my deck for a basic Pokemon without a rule box, put it onto my bench. I'll grab a Natu. Squad is coming in.
The Flock.
Flock. I'll use Clairvoyant Sense to attach an energy to Iron Valiant, draw 2 cards. Clairvoyant Sense number 2, attach to Iron Valiant, draw 2 cards. I'll attach for turn to my Iron Valiant. I'll attach the Future Booster Energy Capsule.
You be swinging like that?
We're going in. I will then play Iono. Each player shuffles their hand, puts it on the bottom of their deck. If either player puts any cards on the bottom in this way, they draw a card for each of their remaining prizes. I'll get 6.
Good, Chip.
You get 4. I will then retreat my Xatu into the Iron Valiant. And I'll swing with the Majestic Sword for 120 damage.
I will draw for turn. I'll then use Quick Search, searching my deck for any one card and adding it to my hand.
What'd you get?
Don't worry about it. I will then play Turtle Scenario, picking up my Charizard EX, discarding the Fire Energy.
Why not? You know?
And promoting my Charmeleon. I'll then evolve my Charmeleon into Charizard EX, using the Infernal Rain ability to search my deck for up to 3 basic Fire Energy cards and attach them to my Pokemon in any way I like. And I'll accelerate 1 to my Charizard EX.
Sure, that seems pretty good.
I'll then use Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon and putting it onto my bench, and I will get another Charmander. I'll then attach a Fire Energy for turn to my Charmander, play Super Rod, shuffling back in 3 basic Fire Energy, and then to end my turn, Chip, I will Burning Darkness to knock out your Iron Valiant.
Put a lot of work into that Iron Valiant. For nothing, apparently.
And I'll get my prize card. Pig, make sure you cut me peeking at the first prize card.
I'll promote Xatu and draw for turn. Oh, wow. There you go. I'll evolve my Natu into a Xatu. Any win condition at all. You have everything left. Cannot deal with Pidgeots. Cannot deal with Charizard. I think that seems like a no. You know what, Azul? I think I might just save us both some time. I'm going to concede this one. We'll go to game 2.
Sounds good, Chip.
I would stick it out, but I just have no realistic win condition. It's all right, though, Azul, because I get to choose this time, and I will choose to go second.
Sounds like the play, Chip, I'm not gonna lie.
Hoping to slow you down a little bit, but part of me thinks it's going to be Rare Candy Pidgeot, Rare Candy Charizard anyway, and there we are.
I always get annoyed when Charizard does that in Standard, so...
Yeah, if you do it here, it's just unreasonable.
I know, with a less consistent deck. I'll settle for a turn 3, Charizard.
Sometimes these decks do feel like more consistent than they should be.
Well, I think that just like, these decks, like maybe on a scale of like 100, these are like 90s, and then an actual Standard deck is maybe like 100. Because like playing Youngster instead of Research for your turn, is it really that much worse? It is like worse.
It is worse, but...
How much worse?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that much worse. You don't really know that.
You're really trying to gas up the Youngster, buddy.
You don't really know until you do, because why would you play Youngster ever? It's so bad, but it's not that bad. All right, Chip.
I'm going second. Looks a bit better, not gonna lie.
That means I'm going first, Chip.
Yours is better than mine.
It is. I will draw for turn. I'll bench a Charmander, and I'm gonna have to pass it over to you.
Okay. I will draw for turn. I will start my turn off with an Ultra Ball. I'll discard an Iono and an Arven. Searching my deck for any Pokemon, putting it in my hand.
Those are some good cards.
They're pretty good cards.
I'm not gonna lie, that's when you saw my buddy Puffin, that was the reaction I hope you would have is, I forgot this was in here. Because we say that so much.
Yeah, it gives away too much information. I gotta keep my mouth shut. Off the Ultra Ball, I will grab myself a Miraidon.
Ooh, pretty futuristic over there, Chip.
I'll play Nest Ball, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, putting it onto my bench, then shuffling my deck. Off the Nest Ball, I will grab myself an Iron Crown EX.
You sure about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
positive.
All right.
Never questioned anything else. Then I will play a Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 new cards.
I'm not gonna play the Artisan.
I'm not gonna play the Artisan.
I'm gonna fill up my bench no matter what you do. You might as well take advantage of that, Chip.
I don't believe you.
All right.
You would never lie to me, right, Azul?
Nope.
I will then play a couple of Nest Balls to search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon, putting them onto my bench.
Pretty lucky. Pretty lucky.
Who needs Artisan?
Not you.
That's right. And I'll bench 2 Natu.
Pretty good there, Chip.
I'll attach an energy from my hand to the Miraidon. I will retreat my Cleffa into Miraidon. And I'll go for the Peak Acceleration, dealing 60 damage to knock out the Cleffa and searching my deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, attaching to my future Pokemon, however, I would like.
That is unfortunate. I did like that Cleffa.
2 energy to Iron Crown EX, and you have to promote. I'll take my prize card, and Azul, it's your turn.
All right, I will draw for turn. I'll play Clavel, searching my deck for 3 basic Pokemon with 120 or less HP and putting them into my hand. And off of the Clavel, I will grab Cleffa, Pidgey, and Charmander.
Yep.
I'll bench my Pidgey, my Cleffa, and my Charmander.
Yep.
Evolve my active Charmander to a Charmeleon. And Chip, I'll pass.
Draw for turn. I'll attach an energy for turn to my Iron Crown EX. I will put Town Store into play. Then I'll use the Town Store to search my deck for a Pokemon Tool card and put it into my hand. I'll grab myself the Future Booster Energy Capsule from Town Store. I will attach Future Booster Energy Capsule to my Miraidon, and then I will play Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 new cards. I'll evolve my Natu into Xatu. Play Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from my hand, getting rid of Ultra Ball and Technical Machine Evolution. Search my deck for any Pokemon, put it in my hand, and Azul, I will grab Hawlucha.
Pretty powerful play there, Chip.
Would have felt a little better about it if you didn't evolve your active Charmander to Charmeleon last turn.
I had to make you pick. Can't have it all.
Yeah. I'll then put Hawlucha in play and use its Flying Entry ability to put 1 damage counter onto 2 of your benched Pokemon, choosing Charmander and Pidgey. You already know.
I know what it is.
I'll attach Rescue Board to this Natu. I will retreat my Miraidon. And then with my Iron Crown, I'll go for its Twin Shuttles attack to deal 50 damage to 2 of your Pokemon, and I will choose Pidgey and Charmander to take 2 prize cards.
Sounds good, Chip. Goodbye, Pidgey. Goodbye, Charmander. Unfortunate. All right, I'll draw for turn. No, I can't really complain too much about that top deck, though. I'll go ahead and activate Town Store, searching my deck for a tool card and adding it to my hand. And I will grab TMD Evolution. I feel like that one's not going to be that good in this matchup, I'm not going to lie. How much HP do those Natus got? 50 HP difference? Could come up, could come up. I will then evolve my active Charmeleon to a Charizard using the Infernal Rain ability to search my deck for up to 3 basic fire energy and attach them to my Pokemon in any way I like, and I will attach 2 fires to my Charizard EX. And then I will play Professor's Research, discarding my hand, drawing 7 cards.
Okay. Another Charizard going down, that's okay.
I'll be back.
Can I get rid of this 1 Charizard?
That is a good question.
Maybe not.
I'll then play Super Rod, recovering Charizard EX, Charmander, and Pidgey.
Back so fast.
And I will follow that up with a Buddy Buddy Poffin, searching my deck for 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and putting them onto my bench. And believe it or not, Chip, I will get Charmander and Pidgey. I'll attach TM Evolution to my Charizard EX and Burning Darkness to knock out your Iron Crown and get myself 2 prize cards.
I'll promote my Cleffa and draw for turn. Guess that's not the worst. So what am I doing here? I'll use Town Store to search my deck for a tool card, put it in my hand. I'll grab out the Technical Machine Evolution.
Do you have 2 of those?
I have 3.
Dude, chill. The whole squad getting evoed.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. You don't get to complain. It's like so bad, man. All of it's so bad, all my plays, all my options. I'll then play Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards from my hand in order to search my deck for any Pokemon and put it into my hand. From the Ultra Ball, I'll grab myself an Iron Valiant. I'll put Iron Valiant onto my bench, and I'll use Clairvoyant Sense to attach a Psychic Energy from my hand to Iron Valiant and draw 2 cards. I will then play Super Rod to shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and Energy from my discard pile to my deck, and I'll put back Iron Crown and 2 basic Psychic Energy. Then I'll use Grasping Draw to draw cards until I have 7 cards in my hand, drawing 4.
I will draw for turn.
Okay.
And I'm hoping for another, oh wait, that card is in this set moment. I will play Eerie. Looking at your hand and choosing up to 2 item cards I find there and discarding them.
I did forget that card was in this set. There you go, Azul. There's your hits. There's your options.
None.
0 options.
Interesting, interesting. All right, good to know, I guess. Goodbye, Eerie. I will use Town Store, searching my deck for a tool card and adding it to my hand. And I will grab Hero's Cape.
What am I supposed to do, man?
I will then replace the Town Store with an Artisan, activate Artisan, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon and putting it onto my bench, and I will grab the Wingull.
Complete shambles over here. Complete shambles.
And with that chip, I will Burning Darkness, knocking out your Cleffa, getting myself a prize card.
I'll promote my Natu and draw for turn. How many cards you got in your hand?
7.
You just benched the Wingull last turn,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I'll use Artisan, search my deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto my bench.
But
Disgusting. Dude, that's prized. Of course that's prized.
flips over prize cards at the end of the game. That makes sense.
Feels very tough. I'm not gonna lie. I'll fail the Artisan. Oh my gosh. Hero's Cape, man.
Now he's disappointed it's not Prime Catcher.
Yeah,
Will anything
a little bit.
please chip, bro?
No. I will use Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking to search my deck for 2 cards, shuffle my deck, and put those cards on top of it.
It's a pretty nifty combo you got there with your Iron Valiant.
Ah, so good. Put those 2 on top. I'll use Clairvoyant Sense on Xatu, attaching an energy to Iron Valiant and drawing 2 cards. I'll evolve my Natu into Xatu, and then I'll use Clairvoyant Sense, attaching energy to Iron Valiant to draw 2 cards. I will attach Future Booster Energy Capsule to my Iron Valiant. I will retreat my Xatu into the Iron Valiant. And I will go for the Majestic Sword, which deals 100 damage. And then since I played a Future Supporter from my hand, it does 100 more damage, 200 plus 20 from the Future Booster Energy Capsule, 220 damage.
Sounds good, chip. 220 to my Charizard EX. I'll draw for turn. I will Rare Candy my Pidgey into a Pidgeot EX. I'll attach Hero's Cape to my active Charizard EX, and then I will play Iono. We both shuffle our hands, and they go to the bottom of our deck, and then we draw a card for each of our remaining prize cards. So I'll get 3. Chip, you also get 3. Play an Ultra Ball, searching my deck for any Pokemon card and adding it to my hand. And I'll grab Charizard EX. And while I'm in there, I'm going to go ahead and use Quick Search for a Rare Candy to candy my Charizard EX into play, using its Infernal Rain ability to accelerate 3 fire energy into play on my Pokemon in any way that I like, and I will accelerate 2 to the bench Charizard EX and 1 to the active.
I just realized you're playing 2 Cleffa.
Yeah.
I just processed that for some reason.
I'll then retreat my active Charizard EX into my bench Charizard EX and Burning Darkness for the knockout on your active Iron Valiant.
You got 1 card in your hand?
1 card in my hand.
I'll promote Xatu, and I will draw for turn. I'll use Artisan to search my deck for a basic Pokemon without a rule box, put it onto my bench. I will bench the Fluttermane. I'll play Arven to search my deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card, reveal them and put them in my hand. And from the Arven, I will grab Counter Catcher. I will play Counter Catcher to bring up the Cleffa. I'm gonna retreat my Xatu into Miraidon, and I'll go for the Peak Acceleration for 60 damage for the knockout. And I'll take my 1 prize.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and promote my Pidgeot EX. I'll draw for turn. I'm then gonna go ahead and use Quick Search, searching my deck for any 1 card and adding it to my hand. And then I will play Turo Scenario, picking up my damaged Charizard EX, discarding everything attached to it.
Yep.
And I will retreat into Charizard EX and use Burning Darkness for the knockout.
Yep, needed no Turo, but I should have known you would have it. Of course, draw for turn. I mean, you've got everything you could want, of course. With Quick Search and Azul, I will bench my Iron Valiant EX. I will use Clairvoyant Sense to draw 2 cards, attaching an energy to it. I'll play Nest Ball, searching my deck for a basic Pokemon, putting it onto my bench. I'll grab Iron Crown EX, put it down. I'll Clairvoyant Sense to draw 2 again. Didn't get there anyway, so it was a long shot. Can't even attack, unfortunately, Azul. I think that's gonna do it. You got it, buddy. GG.
GG's, bud. All right, now
Oh no. This is gonna have been a mistake.
we have included the prize pack. I did not have a Prime Catcher,
Oh boy.
but I wouldn't mind a Prime Catcher. So let's see if the winner's pack has a Prime Catcher. Oh, there is an Ace Spec.
Oh, there's an Ace Spec. No
There
way.
is. Nest Ball. Reversal Energy also strong. Groudon not so much. I already have a more pack out. And, oh!
Thank goodness.
Second Hero's Cape. Not gonna be able to be useful, but I might rock that one. I've been rocking my bling in my...
Okay, I see you. Respect.
Chip almost had a heart attack there. Any other Ace Spec would have been better. Even the drum.
Of course.
If I ever want to switch it up to the Ancient.
Just so you have the option. You can only play one. All right, well, that was a tough one for me, obviously, Azul.
That game got a lot I did not expect the Halucha, but yeah, the Crown play was pretty cool. The Crown play was pretty cool.
That was the idea with the deck. I really don't have that many attackers in this deck. It's like just all these basic guys, pretty much.
The card I wanted out of the set was just Rabska, because I feel like it gives you so much control. And
I have it as well.
That's what I said too. It's like, hopefully we both get Rabska, so we can, like, if we want, it's on us to lose to Ninetales at this point.
Right.
Because we both have TM Evos, we both have Rabska.
Well, I gotta figure something out for next time, Azul, because that is not going to bode well for me in the future. I do have an Iron Leaves EX.
Oh.
And I did consider playing it with a couple of Grass Energy. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Probably should have.
You have the peak acceleration to get them into play. Could even maybe play, I don't know if you have EXP shares, but to retain them.
I do not have EXP share. Dude, my Scarlet Violet base set trainer is like, I got Nest Ball, Ultra Ball, and Research and stuff, and like that's great. But then it's like, I don't have some of those utility options like Switch and EXP shares and stuff like that.
Yeah, I said in the intro, I wasn't sure how I was gonna tackle this moving forward. Could have gone with Guardy.
I would have preferred that.
I could have gone with Guardy. I could have also gone to, I think I can maybe make a different kind of Excalibur deck.
I also didn't play Technical Machine Devolution. I had so many tools in my deck. I play 6 tools.
Wait, you have a TM Devo?
I do have a TM Devo.
Bro, you gotta rock the TM Devo. Even I played the TM Devo.
But I don't think, I don't know, would it have ever mattered there? I don't think so.
Yeah, at the end there, you would have bopped all my Zards, and I would have been out of candy.
Oh, sure.
I assumed you didn't have a TM Devo because you weren't playing it. You can just like take the behind of the price trade and just like spread and then...
I did also only play one of my 2 counter catcher.
Although, to be honest, I forgot Rabska. I didn't set up Rabska that game, but this does stop TM Devo. Rabska is
true.
Yeah, super annoying. I probably should have gone out of my way to set it up. I don't know, I was so far behind in prize cards, I didn't want liabilities on my
Yeah, you
bench.
also didn't have like the luxury to set up whatever you wanted, it seemed like.
Yeah, after that the initial turn 2 crown play.
Yeah.
Got
that
tough.
play was super good, and I was hoping that would just sustain me enough. And I think I could have done it again if I had a way to reset my Halucha. Like if I have Penny or Turo. I have neither. But it's all good, it's all good. Yeah, you've got a really strong deck there, Azul. I'm gonna have to get in the lab and figure out what to do. You are now leading 5-2 overall. I've lost 4 in a row, which is pretty tough.
Booster bundle on the way.
Might have a Prime Catcher.
Might have the Prime Catcher. I won't have that. I did gain a Nest Ball, which is nice. I can maybe get those Clavels finally out of there. I did not get, as you maybe guessed, 4 Buddy Poffin because I still have Clavel in my deck. But I was like, I can't really turn down turn 1 Clef of +2.
Yeah, Clavel hadn't been in my deck for a minute. 4 Nest Ball. I have 4 Artisan, but I'm playing 2.
I have 4 Artisan as well. I am only playing 2. Honestly, that could be a call prediction one of us can make it, just cut our Artisans and be like, the other person won't give it to us.
Yeah, but you don't get to control when it comes in play if you're not playing it.
That's true, but you could just play more, I guess for me it would be play another Nest Ball.
All right, Azul, GG. We'll have to see what happens in the next one.
Yep. Dude, that would have been so funny if it was. It would have been funny if it would have been good if it was Drum too.
It would have been hilarious if it was Drum.